guys, it's me, Julia. I'm back with kiln opening number 3. I've made some more bits and pieces. I've had a bit of a disastrous morning. I went in to see the pieces that I'm making at the moment in my little studio and picked up a sunflower ball and its petals fell off. So then I picked up a plate, a big platter that I'm making, and I realised I left it overnight on the mould, which meant it shrunk and cracked. So I'm in the process of trying to fix those. And then went in the bathroom and dropped a pot plant in the bath. So hopefully the kiln opening won't be quite as disastrous. So we shall see. So it is now 67 degrees and we're going in for a look. So here we go. I'm very excited. I'm not even looking, I'm just looking at the camera. So big smiles. Okay, right. It's big pieces in there, so not so many, but I've also brought in some pieces that I do at a little group that I go to on a Tuesday afternoon. So I'll get the pieces out of the kiln first. Oh, basic piece first. Actually, they're very hot, I might put my gloves on. Just a little plate that I made to stick in the garden. I was just testing this little bird mould out. Very basic. Just a test, really. Right, put my gloves on because it is quite hot. Okay. Another little test of glazes. I bought some Mako Oxides and I decided to try and just, I already had the little pink bit on this bowl and I thought I would do some of the oxides just to see what that actually did to the glaze. So this is cobalt, and I can't remember like in which order they are, but there's rutile, that'll be the yellow, manganese, copper and iron in little stripes as you go down, and then I put a little bit of oatmeal glaze on just to get it to run a little bit. So it's actually warped slightly, as you can see. Flat things tend to do that. But it's really just to see how those colours worked. I think this green, this will be the copper. So this will either be the iron or the manganese. But anyway, just a little plate. The next piece, it's a little bit stuck. And I know what I've right. I was meant to fire this on a little small cookie. And I forgot. So it's and it's not my piece. Okay, this is Jacob's piece. Got it off! Yay! Okay, this is Jacob's piece. He made a teacup with just a template that I made, and he's glazed it in snow with saturation gold buttons and a saturation gold handle. So I have made a mess of my cookie, but that's fine. It's actually in one piece. Right, next. Okay, I'll leave those for a minute. Right, take the kiln posts out. I got tall ones in this time because it's big pieces. Okay, so I'll start with some pieces that I've made for somebody else. These are commission pieces for my friend. He's changed his living room and he's gone greys and mustards. So I've made him a couple of pieces. This is a lantern. Put a candle inside or some string lights or something like that. And this is Amico Palladium. on the top and 4 big thick coats of Amaco Marigold. Now the palladium, you can see, has run into some of the texture, which is actually nice. It's not quite as metallic-y. Oh, it is. It just doesn't look so metallic-y in the light. But that's actually come out really, really well. I'm really pleased with that. And I think if he's watching, I think he'll be pleased too. So, thumbs up. And a matching piece, a little pot. So either for a plant, or you could stick your remote controls in, bits and pieces. But look, it's done the same. It's run into the texture. And it's just marigold on the inside. Again, 4 generous coats of marigold, because it does tend to glaze a little thin. But I love that. Look at the drips. Well done, Palladium. Okay, next, another lantern. This is one that I've made for myself. This is in Amaco Blue Midnight. Again, it tends to come out, when I've done Blue Midnight before, it seems to come out darker than I thought. I think my kiln's still a little hot. So it's just a very, very dark blue bordering on black. As it breaks on the edges, it's a little bit brown. It just lightens up on the edges. And then the flower work is Amaco Poppy, 3 coats, and Amaco Rainforest on the leaves and the stalks, stems, stalks, whatever it is. So very happy with that. Let's go into my living room tonight, and I'm going to put a candle on. Okay, next piece. Ooh, just a little one, just fit in the side. Just another little espresso mug. Inside I've done 3 generous coats of mulberry, which has actually come out quite nice. And this is Junebug. This is like a metallic green, and it's actually worked well this time. The last time I did it on the little scarabs, it came out really dark, but that's actually come out beautiful. And it still shows all the texture, which is lovely. So I'm really pleased with that one. And okay, another little, I'll show you these now. Oopsies. Okay, so I had these on my shelf. They're just little Christmas ones, but I thought I would play with some oxides. So the little tray on here I did with a copper oxide it was. You can see there's just a slightly different colour underneath the rainforest. This one is Snapdragon with the copper oxide applied and then washed back so that it just highlights the texture. Again, just a little bit on the Christmas tree there. Can't really see very much. This one, ooh, this one was actually a cerulean wax crayon that I just kind of scribbled. It's like an underglaze wax crayon. I kind of scribbled onto the raised pieces and then put the rainforest on. So actually that's come out really nice. And where is it? It says it's black. It's coming out as brown, but for me, it's actually nicer. The same with the Snapdragon colour with the cerulean. Really nice. And the Snapdragon colour with the copper oxide right back on the Christmas tree. So, the start of my Christmas already. Next. Oh wow. I've been doing some little vintage vases, or I'm thinking of making stoppers for the top and then putting, like on this one, I'd maybe put a little witch's hat on because there's witch's tears, but a cute little vase. And this is an underglaze transfer. and on top is Mako zinc free clear with a little bit of Amico iron. That's the one, just to give like a little bit of colour. This isn't the first one of these I've made. I made some at my group when I go on a Tuesday. I'll show you those to you while actually we're on that subject. This one I did. It's not exactly even, but it's still nice. It started looking a bit like a milk bottle before I put the top on, but I liked that one and that one. So 3 different shapes there of bottles in vintage kind of Victorian style. Okay, only 3 pieces left. Uh-oh. She's stuck. No, she's not. Right, this little angel. She doesn't have any face, but they're hard to do on little things and they tend to look scary. So she's just a plain face. And wow. Look at her dress. She looks beautiful. Can you see the colours? Okay, so her dress I did in Amico obsidian, and then over the top I did Mako Galaxy. Now the Mako Galaxy has crystals in. I don't know if you remember the little test tiles that I did before. It has crystals in, and what I did is made sure that I put plenty of crystals on. There are chunky ones and teeny ones, and I placed extra crystals on to give the extra effect, but it has the pinks and blues and whites, which, and then highlighted the pink in the little heart here, the little heart down here, Amico Snow, so that's Amico Poppy, Amico Snow on the wings. I did put a little bit of the cerulean crayon on to try to like just do a little bit of shading, but it doesn't show under the snow, it seems. And this hair is iron, Amico iron. 2 coats, I think, on that one. But her dress is gorgeous. I know Galaxy can be a funny glaze, but I think that's a win. Definitely love that. Okay, so 2 more pieces left. This is a vase I did with the coil method, and it's kind of like a little donut vase. Amico Snow, yeah, and then a straight line of palladium with very light brush strokes. They were just very, very light. But if you look, the effect is lovely. The palladium tends to run quite a lot with other glazes. I haven't tried it on its own, but it does run quite a lot. But I love that. It's lovely. Okay, so this is my last piece. This is, phew, I thought that was stuck. Right, a Highland Cool. Right, it's different from what I thought. I didn't glaze it with traditional glaze. I actually did it with manganese oxide wash by Mako. And I am really surprised at how shiny it's come out. The oxide wash is usually quite matte, so that is actually fantastic. I did put some glaze on the nose and on the horns because usually the glaze takes the colour back out of the oxide wash, what it had on my test tile. So I thought it would go light, like a light brown. However, She's got dark horns and a dark nose, but that's okay. She still looks quite fetching, I think. But I obviously wouldn't put the wash on the horns again. And I do have another coo. She is coming in the next kiln, a different variation. So when I glaze her, I might well use the manganese again because I really, really love that. So for this one, I think it is the best piece of the kiln. She's very, very temperamental, or she was, because all of this fine hair is made individually it's pressed through a garlic press on this one actually, but the garlic press just didn't allow me to do long enough hair, so she does have quite a really bad haircut. However, I have since found an extruder where I can do 5 pieces of hair at a time, but I can do them longer. So the next cube, she has a neater haircut, but she's so cute, look. Love it. And so I have just 2 pieces back from my little group that I go to, which I wanted to show you as well because it's lovely. Little vase. I love making these round vases. They're such a lovely thing to make. Amaco snow inside and cobalt 3 coats, snapdragon, Amaco again on the roses, and the rainforest Amaco on the stems and leaves. She also had a little baby. Ta-da! There. Same colours, mommy and baby. So yeah, I better go before I have a disaster. But thank you for watching, and I have some more pieces lined up to go in for a bisque firing, so it will maybe be about 10 days or so before I do another glaze one. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.